Manong Fishball ang tawag sa kanya. Everyday siya kung dumating. Kaya parang institusyon na siya dito sa area namin. Minsan, sobrang late na. Andun pa rin si Manong Fishball.
Ginagabi kayo, Manong!
Enrollment eh.
After some time, yung kariton ni Manong Fishball nadagdagan ng may bike.
Hanggang kabilang kalye, nagtitinda na rin kayo, Manong?
Ang notebook.
Sunod na taon, pati menu nadagdagan.
Nax, may squid balls na!
Mahal kasi ang lapis. May kikyaw pa dyan.
Bilib na bilib ako kay Manong Fishball. Akalain mong yung maliit niyang kariton, napalaki niya ng ganun? Ang nagagawa nga naman ng pangarap ng isang magulang.
Manong, anong grade na ba yung anak nyo?
Tagal nang tapos sa mga bata. Ako naman ngayon.
Manong Fishball ang tawag sa kanya. Pero sa mga araw na yun, many years ago, higit pa sa fishballs ang binigay niya sa akin. He taught me na walang di natutupad na pangarap sa taong handang magsumikap.
Dami niya na.
Panghapunan.
Pantoga.
Atin ang pangarap. Atin ang pagsisikap. Atin ang mundo. Globe.
So welcome back to the third season of the University Alliance Cup featuring Valorant, of course. Here we have the top 12 collegiate Valorant teams in the Philippines, and all are here are competing to raise the campus torch, a prize pool of over 150,000 pesos. And right now, we also have the right to call themselves the best in the country and scholarships. So we are your casters. So for today's set of games, I am Ray, and of course, joined me here with Dax and earlier nga, nagkaroon ng laban between Tele Tigers and DLSU, and DLSU getting that victory with a 2-1 or rather 13-8 sa kanilang laban against Tele Tigers, and both of them are currently in the leaderboards at 2-1 score. And let's see if sino naman ang mananalo this time around on towards the next set of match that we have for today.
Yep, we're going over to the other group, and we got LG Esports versus Valiant Esports instead. Only one can have a perfect record after this matchup, and will it be the tried and tested ADMU Ateneo de Manila University squadron? No bias there whatsoever, Ray. But on the flip side, Holy Angel University, the Valiant Esports roster, again, they're another one of those teams that just keeps getting better every single season. And for Valiant here, getting off to a 2-0 start, it really shows how much they've grown as a roster. And if they can beat LG Esports here, I think they can be considered as one of the potential title contenders coming in to UAC Season 3.
Diba last season nga, nandun na at that point of time in where HAU can definitely be one of the big contenders, but unfortunately nga, we also have those big teams coming in from ADMU and together with De La Salle and other teams. But right now, this season, I think HAU just keeps on getting stronger and better as the time goes by, and going up against ADMU, they will be proving this time around, and if they get this, it's just telling everyone that right now, I think we are the biggest contender maybe to De La Salle.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about LG Esports and also Virtus Arcas, somehow, some way, no matter what their records are, whether look at season one, they're at the very top, look at season two, they're in the middle, they just make it through to the finals. They just will themselves. It's like playoff form for the squads Virtus Arcas, and here for LG Esports, it's just completely different to what they bring to the table during the group stages, and that's something that they can rely on the future. But the present is presently here. Valiant Esports is a roster that has made it to the playoffs before, is a roster that has been improving, and from what I know, they've been really touted to be one of the best orgs in the UAC scene in the first place. So never count these squads out. And the likes of HAU, I gotta say, these are rosters that are trying to prove that they can beat the big dogs, that they can make it to the finals, and they have the pedigree for it. They have the rosters for it. Looking at the players themselves in HAU, they have a bit of that experience in the professional scene. You also have stalwarts who have been playing time after time in the collegiate scene as well. But on the flip side, for LG Esports, it's a relatively newer roster, I gotta say, compared to the usual faces you've seen in Season 1, Season 2, who are now part of the RD Astra Luna roster. But on the professional side, but keep an eye out on Flex and Mateo. Di ba na-feature natin kanina sa Bardagulan yung dynamic duo nila eh. And those two duelists, they can pop off like crazy and have such a high ceiling standard that they can attain if they play to the best level that they can.
Yeah, I mean, last time when they went up against, if I'm not mistaken, Sunsparks, right? They went up against Sunsparks, and medyo nagulat nung lahat that RD Aster Luna is also different. And going up against them, at least they have a little bits already of the professional scene itself. And we're going to be witnessing of them more coming right up on this matchup against HAU. But HAU, I really do think they're one of the teams that has a big supporter groups, talagang when it's always HAU, sobrang daming nag-hashtag dito na HAU win. They have a lot of fan base, and I'm really happy that they're really active when it comes to that. But at the same time, guys, uh, ang HAU, fan fact, they won the Best Alliance Organization in the 2020 AcadArena Awards. And let's see if it's gonna be their reign again when it comes to that, or other teams also. But the amount of support that this team has, and of course how disciplined on how they have that parang outstanding how
How?
outstanding bringing to their title talaga yung meron yung HAU. But also there's no denying how good ADMU is, especially with they're getting there already also on the pro scene. But before that itself, of course, we would like to thank our wonderful sponsors, of course, because the University Alliance Cup wouldn't be a thing without them. So UAC 2021 is powered by Globe Telecom, our official telco partner, ASUS Republic of Gamers, our official gaming PC and laptop partner, Logitech G, our official gaming gear partner, and of course, Riot Games and Twitch as our platform, and of course, our publishing partner. So thank you so much for bringing this UAC 2021 possible.
Yeah, and again, we talked about our official gaming partners. You can see them down below there. This tournament here presented to you by Asus Republic Games, powered by the reigning king of gaming laptops, the ROG Zephyrus S17, featuring an 11th gen Intel Core i9 CPU cooled with liquid metal and GeForce RTX 3080 GPU to take your gaming experience to the next level for hashtag for those who dare. Available in your nearest Asus and ROG accredited stores nationwide. Hop onto rog.acadArena.com to check it out. And shout outs as well to our partners at Logitech G. If you're looking to supercharge your gaming setup so you can hashtag keep playing, check out Logitech's amazing gaming gear at logitech.acadArena.com now. But we are finally going to get into the game, and just correct yourself, Ray, for a while ago, it's actually SB Empire who faced off against that RD Astra Luna roster all the way in the official circuit. But that being said, it's just having that professional experience can help out immensely in these scenarios. And if you look at Holy Angel University, they have it in spades as well in Blast. If I remember correctly, he used to be one of the 6 men of the Galaxy Racer roster. He was there back in the Dream Fighters as well, and he's gonna be showing on up here for Valiant Esports, and we'll see what the Archangels can do as we fly on to new heights. But LG Esports on the flip side, we talked about them extensively already. We know how dynamic their duo can be between Flex and Mateo, but keep an eye out on Rippy, on Dippy rather, on Dupe, on Rikes. These guys are so incredible as well. And this matchup, I feel like
Choose your
it can
agent.
be a close one, Ray. This can be a close one for what we've seen so far from these two teams. But only one can become the apex predator of their group. Only one can move on with a perfect record. And we are going to get that standard double duelist setup here for HAU. But on the flip side, LG Esports going for that Sky and Race combination instead. Single duelist versus double duelist. The debate continues.
Still, kanina kung walang duelist si Tele Tigers, ay may double duelist ang DLSU, nag-work for DLSU's part. But right now, we're going here. One duelist that's going to be a Mateo himself sa LG. Well, looks like they're hearing us, Dax. Talk about that double
Oh.
duelist and single duelist. And it's quite exciting. But we're now going in sa second map natin, which is going to be in Bind still. Di pa rin nagbabago. Kanina, we're telling, okay, why this split? Tapos si Ascent parating na baba. Parating walang nagpipick masyado, and we told that sana naman iba naman sana yung map, but seems like they heard us. It's going to be in Bind itself once again, but looking at the lineups, sobrang ganda parehas. It's actually on the equal side, but this is just also when it comes to HAU, I'm quite excited. This is just the same matchup that the LSU had, the same agent selection, and it worked for them sa kanilang defending and attacking, so well balanced. On the side of the LG naman, you have that pseudo duelist naman that's going to be Sky himself, but let's see if they will be connecting those shots once again, and how they will protect their defending side against Valiant Esports.
Ano ba, Ray, ito lang yun eh. Parang we asked for change, and they said, same pa rin. Well, we'll change it up, but we're gonna be going on the same map, and might as well try to play Bind yet again and see what's gonna happen here. But here we get as are into the game. Seems like we're just trying to get into... hello? Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello.
You missed us,
Mga-
right?
Oo nga eh, mga titingnan mo, Riris. Just looking down there. It's like, what are you looking at, Ray? What are you looking at? And we were trying to look at
um,
the game, but well, technical issues. We'll be right back with that one, though, guys. Yes.
yes, but right now, guys, I know you're all excited, but we're just gonna go back after a short while. But right now, to those who are currently watching and actually very excited for bringing your esports and to their school, the AcadArena Alliance program is here for you. Your Alliance member actually gets access to exclusive tournaments, mentorship, event support, and of course, the Globe Esports Merit Scholarship. So if you want to join our alliance today, visit AcadArena.com/alliance, and you can also get the chance to participate in AcadArena's major tournaments, win bragging rights, and exciting prizes from our partner brands. So just visit app.acadarena.com and just go through the registration process, and maybe you'll be the next winner here in our registration. But you know what? May mga additional added teams na tayo right now here in this season. So I hope that you guys also will be registering, because as the family keeps on getting bigger, of course, yung competitiveness level also keeps on just growing. And I'm really happy to see a lot of teams improving from season 1, from season 2, and now we're down to the season 3. Sobrang nakakatuwa yung nagiging growth nila. And others actually is already on the pro scene itself. So that's big coming in from them.
Yeah, we talk about the pro scene because it matters. Some of the
Mhm.
teams here, some of the players that we see, they have that professional experience. They bring it back to the collegiate side, and overall, it grows the collegiate scene. It's not just always double duelist versus double duelist. Sige nga, bar dagulan, sapakan tayo dito sa may A side at kung sino yung mas magaling magduelist yung mananalo, di ba? It feels like there's more and more strategy right now, especially here in season number 3. We saw it from USD last time. We're seeing it here for LG Esports whipping out the sky. And that variety will help just increase the skill level of the collegiate scene as a whole. And not only that, diba, minention ni Ray Ray dun sa talking point about AcadArena, na you can visit the site and you can grow your community as well. You can be part of Division B that we do every Friday. And it's incredible because not only does that make Division A higher stakes, but it also ups the standard overall. You can be demoted to Division B. You know, some of the names, some of the teams that we know of, they're down there right now looking for that redemption. And some of the teams that we see here on the uprise, and they're here in Division A for good reason as well. So kita talaga, dahil sa mga ginagawa dito na Academy and dahil sa mga ginagawa ng mga players, the level of competition, it just keeps getting better and better. And if you were a fan of season 1, and if you were a fan of season 2, season 3 is gonna be better. The games are gonna be better. The players are gonna be better. And we know right now that the matches are gonna be even more incredible than before. That's just a fact because the skill level, it's rising. And here we are back into the game. At bigla na lang 1-0.
Basta nanalo.
Really?
Basta
Really?
nanalo, guys, yung
1-0.
LG. Oh, 1-0
Oh,
nanalo.
okay.
Basta
Okay, sige.
yun na yun.
Yun na yun. Facts are there. Tapos na. Na-defuse nila Ray. Yun eh.
Okay. Ang
Sinabi sa
galing,
akin.
grabe. Sinabi sa'yo? Binulong
Ah,
sa'yo?
Sinabi
Okay.
sa akin nung scoreboard.
Bro? Sabi nga,
Yung
bro?
It's like, bro Parchom, make pansin the wire cutter on the scoreboard, bro. Ganun. It's a
Bakit
Konya
ganun?
Nation.
Sobrang Konya Nation. Shoutout nga pala sa mga bumibili ng egg waffles.
Oh no, here we
Oh
go again.
no, here
I'm,
we
I'm
go.
surprised. You know, I'm
I have
surprised
the
he didn't
spike.
comment that suddenly the LG Esports was under me. Cause, di ba kanina andun siya sa side mo? Tapos nung nag-break
Oo.
tayo, biglang andun na. Parang sinasadya to ng prod eh.
Kaya nga
Sinasadya
eh.
talaga eh. But then again, we're gonna be seeing Mateo. He skirmished against the Killjoy. Could not get the kill, but decides to back one way. LG Esports right now, they have the gun advantage after winning that round 1 that was so incredible that we weren't able to see it because of that. And they just hold the line. They have some good angles here on B site. They also have that short hold with the Sky. Flex though, a bit greedy, Ray Ray. Kasi naka-ghost lang siya dito.
30
Medyo
seconds
matapang to. This might blow up in his face. Unless he gets the angle as soon as possible. There's the peak though. Round gonna go on down. Blasto with refrag using that sheriff. And Prophecy.
enemy
He
remaining.
cannot foretell his own fate as Dupe gets 1, 2, and 3. LG right now cleaning up house and making it 2-0.
Still, that second round advantage is still a round for LG. But right now, while we're taking this, actually, some of them, they want to see you smile. Sabi sa comment section. Later on, you'll see Dax smile. He's actually a happy person. Dax is a jolly person.
Pinapatawa ako eh. Pero pag mag-uusap pa tayo, pag on-cam, thing is, when it's on cam, we always have these serious discussions. So they don't see the smile. They don't see the upside down happy face that is my life. Oh, ito tayo ganun. Hindi natin papakita yung mga sad boy vibes natin ngayon.
Ay,
We are gonna
sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Sorry, ito lang ako. But right now, Blast is going to do some good Opera. He tries to be aggressive, but unfortunately, he's thinking maybe there's someone through the star or the smoke rather, but Kyle also here in they would just want to go with a split push lang naman and just wait
Out of
how
charges.
LG will be so impatient into picking them and expect, and yun na nga yung nangyari. Naging impatient kind of ang LG to just see as to where they are, and they are trimming the guys out down to 3. 3v5 still, kompleto pa rin. They have a lot of time on their hands. And speaking of, Duke takes him out. Nating sana si Kael, pero Kael still denies him. And di pa nila napaplant still, but they need to make this work. Pero alam ko, no! Hindi pa yun, Naisan! Kael, as he's down to 7 HP if I'm not mistaken. And we only have a guy left. It's going to be right. As it turns out to 1. Then Kael still denies him. And a 2-1 score for Valiant Esports. Ito na nga yung mga matchup na sobrang magiging dikit, and we're kind of expecting that coming in from these guys.
And just Kyle invoking a quad there, now ready with lockdown, looking for that Dome of Doom into the next round. But you said it yourself there, Ray Ray, LG Esports a bit too impatient with the peaks. They were so eager to get into the firefight. They were so eager to fight Valiant Esports as soon as possible. And what happens is they just get caught up time after time by Kael. Very responsible play by Holy Angel University, giving them that third round turnaround and getting them a point on the board. But now LG Esports, they can actually win those kind of peaks this time. They have the rifles in hand. They can contend if need be. So Blastier with the Boombot, looking on around, gets a bit of that intel on the flex. Besides that, LG Esports now being respectful of the opposition, and they are playing very defensively in this scenario here. Or as Ray likes to say about me, yo, depensa.
Depensa. Yan ang meaning ng defense, guys. Depensa.
Really now. But you know, that's gonna happen. Truly is Groovy finding flex there. Valiant Esports, they get that first pick off, and they can go for that A take. But overall, the piece of this game, it's on the slower side here, Ray. But they are though finding Blast in response, making it 4v4 off cam. But besides that, neither side giving an inch, and neither side pushing further than what they're comfy with here.
Ito talaga yung, ano na to eh, pro versus pro talaga to. Diba? They're starting
Basta
it slow.
mabagal.
Basta mabagal, ano yan, mind games. It's like a chess game, you know? Pero right now, I think Prophecy is already expecting incoming someone from Holes. Pero right now, he's dominating all over B-side. But he really get those shots. Yes, he takes out Duke. But right now, the time pressure also is on the side of HAU. But right now, at least Mateo was able to take down Prophecy 3v2 still. And now, how will this guy take a good retake? Dahil kailangan nila mag-run advantage. Pero ang 6-man, that turret itself is paying off for the side of Holy Angel. Pero sinabayan pa nila ng lockdown. So this is gonna be big coming in from them dahil they only have 4 seconds. And madadate sila anytime. Right now, the lockdown has been destroyed. But Rex is really go with that. Pero Ram denies him. And still, a 2-2 in favor of Valiant Esports, and that is big actually because that round itself was a bye for LG Esports, but unfortunately they weren't able to win that. Plus the pressure of that lockdown itself, wala silang choice kundi push us to where it is. And HAU, a good matchup coming in from these guys. They start slow, but it's really a disciplined plus the good setup coming in from them.
They start slow, they play slow, they end slow. And we are gonna get a comparison to the previous game, a snail's pace of a game. But in this scenario right now, we got Holy Angel University with a good advantage coming into this round, as LG Esports will be going on a journey, an exodus to try and fight. But Groovy, of course, RP Groovy Botamoro will get to their clean, quick kills by the Sova. Valiant Esports now with the push. They have the gun advantage. They know they can play the distance, not get dinked there by the shares. Dangerous to line up though, but they still get away with it. Kyle there with the takedown. Rex now with only 2 HP. Whipping out that butterfly knife. He has Spectre in hand. Can even get the kill. That now Swarm. If he touches that, he dies, Ray. If he breathes the same air as the now Swarm, he will die. Valiant Esports though, they get on a site to put that spike down. And it's 5v2. Very dangerous scenario here for LG.
It's so hard to retake. You have Rex with a 2 HP and still a 5-man coming in from Holy Angel. That's gonna be so impossible for him to win this. You just need to wait for the sun and moon to be close before he can actually get that. And HAU will be clutch. Will still be winning this. I think the way that they started slow actually nagpo-forbid para sa LG Esports to take a good decision as to where they will be expecting this guys. Pero Groovy with the 2K is actually very important. He pins down si Droop together with Flex who wants to anchor sa may cubby, but unfortunately nga, that's already became a bad one for LG Esports. And so far, medyo they're having a hard time as to make those decisions better for them. But still, HAU, I think they're just dominating all over, and the LG, they need to put stop before it's gonna be so impossible for them to do it.
I think Valiant Esports right now is a team that's very strong playing the counter. They know LG Esports as a roster that can be disciplined, but also they have those tendencies to be aggressive, especially with the Raze and the Sky in tow. So what Valiant Esports is doing, they're holding their lanes. They're setting things up effectively for the position, but more often than not, they're just waiting for LG Esports to get a little too itchy on their feet and be the ones to peak first and foremost. And finally, it will be the side of Valiant trying to make a play, but Flex already shutting down Blast. It was a good heads-up play there with Paranoia, but it's not gonna be enough. Kael in the meantime going for the entry himself, and that's Duke going on down. Kael with 2, but Mateo finds 2 as well. Zippy right now on the board, and everything is left to Groovy, who relocates to a site. Thing is, no, the Viper Spit is there, but the souffle shall now fall as Groovy will navigate through it and look for the plant as soon as possible. Fakes it first and
30 seconds
foremost,
left.
puts it right in front of the connector with LG Esports. The Hunt of Fury is unleashed. Zippy looking for anyone. Rex in the meantime, watching out, playing defensively, and Groovy, he decided to go for it there, Ray, but he has to run back. Just like, tama na yan, kailangan mo pa itanim yung spike dito. And
10
LG
seconds
Esports,
left.
they're coming out to A site
Spike
for the
planted.
retake 2v1 here.
Alright, they're expected
beautiful
na
scan.
kumakan. Dalawa sa isa at dalawa na natin sa'yo. I think that's harder for Groovy to take that one out. I mean, hinabol na lang siya ng LG Esports, and it's, even if he planted it, it's still the post position. Sana it's very hard for him to take that. And we're down with the 3 all. Just like a rallying in volleyball, all of them just at least from a 2-0, 2-2, a 3-2. Now we're down to the 3-3. Shows to us how strong both of these teams are, and they know how exactly the same play that LG wants to execute. Valiant Esports has their cards in going up against the plan of this team in a certain round, and then they were gonna be showing up another card to just take this round against LG, and LG also shows it. It's like trading for Yu-Gi-Oh! Pero sige, let's see that, and how will this go well as Prophecy gets the first round, but Mayo pinned down, nawala na naman ng duelist ang LG Esports.
Yeah, just a quick spell there from the side of Valiant Esports with the operator activating that trap card. And Blast right now with a push on over, going over to that A side. Prophecy though, he's not done, and he will foretell the fate of Valiant Esports. Right now, things are looking shiny, shimmering, and splendid. Seems like they did some feng shui before this matchup. Blast though on the board, Rex does go down. They tried to play the relocation, they tried to go for the rotation, but Prophecy just has their number. Already 3 in the tarot cards, 1 more might be death and demise, but the temperance here from Dippy, it's still standing tall and proud. He finds 2 so far, dropping on down, and will he be the emperor of this situation? Apparently not, because Blast will just shut him down. Death comes for all, but Valiant Esports is coming for that A site, and they have the advantage over LG Esports.
My God, it's actually hard for the side of both of these teams. You have the big deny coming in from Mateo is already a big opportunity for Valiant, and once that Prophecy gets a good hold of that operator, he'll just be pinning their enemies one by one, and that's actually happened also when it comes to LG Esports side. Plus, they know how will they make those rotations talaga kapag alam nila yung magiging pabor nila. Pero right now, Mateo takes out that showstopper, but unfortunately, he won't be pinning out anyone yet, and it just Prophecy gets that first frag once again. He always gets that first K. Pero nga lang, sayang lang na ginamit yung showstopper na yon, wala ding nag-connect. Just sa Valiant, prepared for what will on what he will be answering to this team, and Kael just have that advantage when it comes to his Vandal. But let's see, Rex nakaabang lang siya, and if they just pass through that toxic wall, maybe that can be a big possibility for him to just anchor the black side. Pero still, sobrang nasa on point talaga lahat ng utilities nila, and he tries to fire that Guardian rather, pero nga lang Blast says hi to him, and we only have 2 left from LG. Mateo na lang coming in from the showers, pero nga lang lahat na nakatingin ko nasaan siya. He wants to bail out, pero they just need to take those frags as much as possible. They haven't planted the spike yet. He goes to the right, he takes out one, but Kael will just be trading him, trades by trades, but Groovy finishes out the last guy remaining from LG, and HAU will still be leading by 2 against ADMU.
Yeah, Holy Angel University, this is a roster that you have to respect. This is a roster that gets success, especially during the group stages, during the regular season. And you can see it here. Not only are they a team that can play the counter well, but as soon as LG Esports realized the problem and took a round, Valiant, they changed things up. They went for that operator, and they now have so much confidence in these firefights. You got Kael there with 11 takedowns, Prophecy with 7 as well. And these are the guys you have to watch out for the Holy Angel University roster. When they pop off, they are just absolutely incredible no matter what agent they are playing. Blasto looking to clear out the hookah in the smoke clear. Sayang na lang yung break dyan. Kasi sabi ni Blast, pakasabugin niya ang lahat. But then again, Pain just 5 HP. He survived. Good jump. Good job there, Blast. Get away from that one. And Valiant Esports, they still have the man advantage after everything is said and done.
I mean,
Nabuhay pa siya.
nabuhay pa siya. May second life pa siya actually. Kung ang pusa may 9 lives, may pang second life si Blast. Pero to, we have Flex inaabangan. Konting pitik lang, pero he's fully succeeded at abangan niya. Nakugulat na, and he goes for the 2K. Naglabas pa nga ng flash this time around. He can still use his seekers to get a good information as to where they are. And finally, here's me out as he takes out those seekers. But still, Prophecy tries to build them down, pero nga lang Blast, that's it for him. Nakita sila, but oh no, nakontat siya, but he was already pinned down, but na lang nakalis siya this time around. A 4v2, stuck sila right now sa may window. And pero nga lang ang way ng LG to win this, dapat hindi nila asimin na naman si Prophecy or else it's gonna be too late and they still have a chance to go for that rotation. But right now, LG, they want to do some mind games here. They don't want to get for these guys to get a good information as to where they are. But looking at that, right swing is Ambient here in window. He tins out not just one, but twice. And that's it. LG wins this time around against HAU. And we're down with a 4-5. I really do think this is gonna be a 6-6. Just like what happened earlier. Sa second half talaga tayo magkakaalaman. Because it's more unfamiliar when you're on the side that you're just not super comfortable with. Plus LG Esports under one duelist, so that's gonna be exciting also once we switch their sides.
I mean, the thing about our first 2 matches for today, they are gonna be saying to us who's gonna be at the top of the scoreboard, and it really feels like that we're gonna get a lot of standings more clear cut after today's matches. This is day number 3, guys, of Division A, the second week after the doubleheader last time. And it really goes to show that the longer we go into the season, the more and more we see the power levels of these teams. So Flex right now, powerful that he is, he will get 2 so far. And one problem for Valiant Esports in that last round and this round now is, as soon as they clear things out, they just assume that it's okay already. They clear once, and LG Esports is a roster willing to go to a place that Valiant Esports has already cleared before as soon as they give that ground. We saw it in the hookah. Blast took advantage with the showstopper, even back on the way with the blast packs. And what happens? Flex. Down 2. In this round, they go for that initial clear of the showers, and LG Esports, they're willing to still go for the push. Ramdo in the meantime with the takedown to Mateo. But after everything is said and done, this should be a round taken here by LG. Dupe is very low HP. He's gonna try. He's gonna be a distraction here. May tiwala siya sa
Matiwala siya.
Guys.
Okay lang daw if low HP.
Guys, TP ako, pero wag ako mamatay. Ako mamatay, may inis ako nito. Ito na. So he's gonna set the stars. Ayun, konting meditation. Pray. Oh my God, Ram!
I'm out of stock.
Poetic that the kill animation is the bull charging at him. But then again, you said it yourself, Ray. This matchup is gonna be close, 5-5, and it seems like between LG Esports and Valiant Esports, they're exploiting the weaknesses so far that they notice against each other.
Yeah, it's all just about the differences when it comes to how you have those advantages and disadvantages. And if you make mistakes, that's the only thing that your enemy will be capitalizing on. And it actually worked. Although those contests from the control of LG, If it's successful for them, it's successful for them. Pero nga lang kapag hindi sila naging successful, it's already a big advantage for HAU. And that's what we're seeing so far. Kanina, they still contest and it might be successful. Pero nga lang, those right click, it's not connecting. It happened earlier. It didn't connect also this time around. And that's what I'm talking about. You need to take those shots very carefully because it's also always gonna be a big advantage para sa inyong mga kalaban. Pero still, Blast, he wants to contest this. And now he's actually successful to contest against Duke. All of them are just playing around here in a window. But Flex, he just wants to take this slowly but surely. Pero nga lang, aasimin ba niya to or hindi? Pero wala niya pa rin mag-ingat. Baka maging advantage pa
He's gonna
actually.
go for it.
But you go for it! How many was actually when it comes to that? It's EV3, too low coming in from HAU. Pero nga lang pumasok na agad si Blast. Kinabayan nga lang ng Hunter's Fury. Will he connect at one? Unfortunately, hindi rin. Again, Kaula, bawat kaliwat kanan may Hunter's Fury. And we're teaming it with a 2-2 still a lockdown possible for Kael to pin that one. Pero nga lang time pressure kasi kailangan nilang i-clear out lahat bago sila makakapag-plant ng spike. But speaking of, he already took out his lockdown, but VP takes him out and together with Rykes finishing him and a win. Coming in from the guys of LG Esports. Medyo nalito sila when it comes to if they're gonna be planting the spike first or not. Pero nauna yung lockdown, yun ang sure ako about it.
That was dicey, honestly. that round, a lot of things happened, and the biggest one there was the flush shot by Groovy versus Flex into the loving embrace of the remaining members of Holy Angel University. But a good call there from Dippy to counter out with the lightning. Hunter's Fury from him as well. Battle of the lightning strikes, and that added pressure made Valve Esports scramble to get to that B site. That being said, it was LG Esports with the advantage, and right now, Rykes and Mateo with an incredible play. You don't see that timing work out too often. He goes for the Viper's Pit, but at the same time, the operator shot was ready. If anyone assumed that the formation of the pit was already accomplished, they would have died there, and that's exactly what happens. What a snipe by LG Esports. Beautiful teamwork from them so far. Groovy now looking on the round on the inside, but it doesn't matter because that Viper is already all the way on the other side. Rykes here with full control, and look at the caller here, Ray. Hindi to filter. This is just because Rykes has so much setup here by a short.
Rykes, sabi niya, I'm denying you guys to go into short. And plus, the big kill coming in from Mateo itself paves in for LG Esports. So once that they have a good anchor chance sa LG kasi, kapag di sila napapabagsak ng push coming in from Valiant Esports, nagiging advantage nila and actually works for them so far. Pero sa side ng Valiant Esports, they just need to really take care of their calls. Because if they have that mistake for a call, it will be in favor pa sa side ng LG Esports. Pero kailangan nila kasi ma-pin off si Raiki, kaso kasi pag hindi, it might be impossible, pero probably he has a lot of angles to check, and the timing for Mateo, that's what I'm talking about, the timing also. Paisa-isa na lang silang pumapasok ng site, and Mateo already expects as to where Groovy is, and there's no time left actually for Valiant to get this, and LG will be winning this with a 7-5 against Valiant Esports just because of that Viper's Pit na na-put off a guard ang Valiant Esports at isa na silang bumagsak at di na nila alam kung saan na sila muna magko-commit, and that's actually a mind games coming from LG, but right now that we're gonna be switching sides, paano naman sila magiging effective? Yung flash ba ni Flex ang magiging downfall or magiging upper hand nila against Valiant Esports?
I mean, if you're gonna pick a Sky and you just flash your team instead, that's kind of why you don't want to pick that. So it's most likely that that double initiator is there for good reason. And let's believe in the flex birdies flying on around. But I gotta say, for that last round there, Ray, isa lang masasabi ko, minsan lang, the blue and white embraces the green. But hey, you might as well take it. That was a really good setup for the Viper, and Valid Esports, they ran to that one for way too long. But here we go, quick little reset into the half as we get now into the pistol. Beautiful gravitating well though, into the concussed Flex. He's hungry, he knows the time to damage is there, but he can get the takedown. 360 just died there, and Blast will get rid of Flex instead. Dundo with the refrag in response, and he gets 2 for his own. Esports, they have the man advantage. Kinda questionable from Flex after everything was said and done. A little too eager in that push, but anyway, the debuffs were true, and the blue and white now going over to that A site. 7-5 scoreline, 4 versus 2 in the pistol. Looking really good here for the Ateneo squadron.
I mean, nanggulo lang sila sa bats, naka-entry na kaagad yung tatlo sa kanila papuntang ace. So that's already big coming in from LG Esports. But you only have 2 left and the time is ticking. The time is favorable for the LG Esports part. At least they were able to pin down the strikes. But I think that's gonna be impossible for them to win this. As the second lineup coming in from the Rastra, the side of LG Esports also denies that defuse. And we're pinning it out with the 8-5. Unti-unti yung nakakuha ng momentum ang LG Esports, but still, when it's only Holy Angel, they are quick to adapt as to how they will be pinning down their enemies. So I'm looking forward more to how they will win this. Pero nga lang kasi advantage na naman sa second round, of course, you will be buying those Spectres, but they still need to be careful. Baka ma-350 pa sila ng Holy Angels and it just gonna be a big upset for the side of LG Esports. But right now, we have Rikes. He's just taking his time once again. Just slow starts actually kapag nasa attacking. Yun na yung bago, guys. Kayo na dapat ang defending. Tapos yung defending yung magiging attacking. Nagbabago-bago na talaga yung nagiging game style lahat yung mga teams.
Ganun ba?
You agree with me, right?
Yung tipong lalagyan sa top side, red light, green light, and now go! Kasi the green light on the A side is LG though victory so far, using that gun advantage to their best. And in the 4v2 scenario, well, LG should have a good handle yet again. Deja vu of the previous round, but it's even worse here for Valorant Esports because if that was a bad dream in that previous pistol, this is a nightmare because it's Spectres on the other side. Bigger guns, more bullets, and LG Esports looking to be the apex predators of this round. The birds of prey swoop on in and feast on Valorant Esports. It's 9-5. This is where LG Esports can run away with it, especially as looking at the roster, looking at their track record, they do have that inclination to just run rampant on the attacking side.
So what I'm talking about coming in from the skies around, pero this time, a big opportunity for Holy Angel. You have those Spectres plus Vandals, but they just need to be careful on how they will be getting those decisions kapag sa nila i-expect. Kasi Flex is he just wants to control all over the bats. And if he actually has that opportunity, he'll really push it. He just wants to be aggressive about it. But right now, that Groovy is the one who's gonna be battling this against these two guys. Maybe HAU can stand a chance against them. Pero he wants to bail out first. He needs to be careful for his decisions. And it's actually a good thing that he will be taking that out and he will be bailing out of it. But right now, the timing also picks itself for the side of HAU as he takes out that paranoia itself. Pero nga lang, the setup na naman coming from Rex will be just that dominating, but just some trades happening from them. And now it's gonna be a 4v4. Pero nga lang, look at how Groovy goes with a 3K. This can be a possible ace. Unfortunately nga, meron din siyang dinanay na siya right now ni Rex. But right now, two of them just lined up sa mukha ni Blast. And it picks off for him as they are gonna be winning this against LG Esports in our scoreline. 49-6.
Yeah, Ace makes waves there. Kaya nga Clay goes sa Ateneo campus dito and it really feels like when you're just walking into those funnels, you're asking for a bad time. And Valorant Esports is a roster that will take advantage of those opportunities. Mapapawo ka na lang talaga. And don't forget, guys, you can hit that wall with AcadArena on TikTok. Make sure to follow at AcadArena. And if you are part of our first 1,000 followers, you'll get a chance to win some of our weekly giveaways. Post or tweet with the hashtag AA TikTok giveaway to make your entry count. Then again, though, Valorant Esports, they proved themselves in that last round. They're still gonna have the guns here, but LG Esports, now with the arsenal that they can unleash hell and high water against their opponents. This is where LG can prove that they can run away with this game. Or if Valorant Esports takes this, they will still contend. And we are gonna get back into the close ranges of the scoreline. Flex those sees the prophecy Jet. But he doesn't know, actually, that the Cubby is being controlled here by Holy Angel University. Not only that, because of that scenario, Kael helping out Prophecy in that peak. They didn't expect that double up, and LG Esports, they tried to rely on that intel, but this is one poor bad dog that did not get everything that he wanted.
Masakit sa side ng LG Esports yun. What a big deny from Prophecy himself, and as his name tells him that that's gonna be a big prophecy talaga para sa side ng Valiant Esports, and they're just slowly and surely they want to take that tie against LG. Pero nga lang, the pressure, syempre, nasa tatlo pa naman. Pero nga now, only Mateo gets a good entry. That can be possible for them to make a B wide open in favor of them. Pero right now, they're just playing it slowly. They don't want to be this to be an advantage pa
30
para
seconds
sa
left.
Holy Angel University. Pero time is very under pressure as
Flawless.
just moment of 2K and the flawless round has been executed from Valiant Esports. They haven't get good any entries sa LG. And ito na yung sinasabi ko. If you only have one duelist, how will you work that out when you're on the attacking side on the second half? How will you work also together with your Sky? And so far, it's been a struggle na naman sa LG Esports even if they won those two first rounds. Ngayon na Valiant Esports, they know how will be taking the advantage that they have. Plus, Prophecy is hitting his shots. It's gonna be harder right now to how will LG Esports take a good mind game of the execution ng Valiant Esports this time around. Pero to, possible 9-8 kasi mga naka-sheriff lang ang mga taga-LG Esports.
Yeah, that's the thing. LG Esports is a very confident team. They are so aggressive, especially on the attacking side, and they know that they can outduel their opponents. But now Esports, right place, right time, and denying the right intel. Look at how they're playing this buddy system, Ray. A while ago on that side, we saw it between the Jets and the Killjoy. This time, we see it here between
Spike
the Omen
down
and
A.
the Raze, plus the Sova getting some reprieve as well, getting some reinforcements. And as quickly as they come, quickly they will go. Proof is in the pudding. Holy Angel University have each other's backs. And this is why we get choirs at the church. It's not just a lone singer. It's a whole symphony. And that's what Valiant Esports is all about. Spreading their wings and flying, looking to ascend into the group. We're almost tied up here. LG only having a slim lead versus HAU.
You only just have one heart for Holy Angel to take this with a good tables turn against LG Esports. And right now, looks like the tune-up for Valiant Esports is kicking in once again. And they can make a song out of it later on if they will be turning it with a 10, not 9 against LG. That might be possible. Pero right now, Flex, he's still conscious ng arte. Pero ang kulang lang is, minsan may trade siya, minsan wala. But you know, the fact that Blast together with Groovy are the big players of A-side, it gives so disadvantage sa LG Esports. Pero ngayon, sinabayan ni Mateo na kanyang showstopper. Pero nga lang
Down A.
but unfortunately, just some fades Mateo with that showstopper. But right now, the patience also kicks in. Pero we're down with a 3v3. He can use that Seekers to actually get a good information, but TP will be planting the flag first. Pero ngayon, sinabayan na nga rin dagat ang ating Fury. And Prophecy is actually having his way in as he takes out that Blade Storm. Pero nga lang, nag-aabangan sila ni Mateo. Sinong kailangan abangan ni Mateo? But the timing also comes from South first. He denies one actually denies. Left goes with a 2K. And LG Esports, sinasabi nila, it's not yet over. It's not gonna be a tie. And we're not going to have our tables turned against HAU this time around. We need to lead by 2. And that's their answer for that previous round.
Holy man, I think Flex got a quad there from that angle, and Flex just finding the shots anyway. Seems like for LG Esports, they would just whip something out of the bag. We saw Mateo with that showstopper playing the guessing game well onto the right-hand side, blowing up Blast, who was trying to hold down the showers. And as soon as LG Esports rolled out the red carpet, well, the star was shining, and his name was the Sky. Flex, though, showing on up, getting the takedowns. It really goes to show that they're the dynamic duelist duo, even though one of them is playing an initiator. The prowess, really, of LG Esports, the aggressions, the fangs bared. That's what accomplishes great things for this roster, and that willingness to peak and fight. But Prophecy, you mentioned it, Ray. He has been popping off, but he has to be very careful. The Aldro was perfectly placed there by LG Esports, forcing Prophecy back on the way. And the guy that right now get in the way of that initial upshot. Prophecy now, run, Prophecy, run. You have to back on out. Mateo flying on high, soaring like an eagle, but through there versus Kael. Dippy though on the board. Ruby has found Rikes in the meantime, and as LG Esports played the breach and clear, they did it well versus the Jet. But the problem is there's still more members of Valiant Esports, and they are prepared on the side. Prophecy right now though, off in hand, going for the shot. doesn't get it against the Astra. LG, it's Dippy there on the board in response. It's 3v3. Now Dippy done with 3 for himself. And as we get HAU trying to
30
come on
seconds
back.
left.
Well, Blast wants to get in the way, prevent
One
the
enemy
teleportation,
remaining.
the relocation, and Dupe will fall as he tries to run on away there, Ray Ray.
This might be hard for DP. You're still going up against 2 guys, but at least one of them is actually low. Pero nga lang, the timing itself, he might be out in the open, pero he actually made that time itself. Pero nga lang, if you have that advantage when it comes to those 2 guys swinging against you, it might be impossible to take that clutch. And finally, Valiant still wins that with a 10-9. That was a good execution actually coming in from them. Pero nga lang, could have been a good clutch side ng LG, pero it's still Valiant making that answer for them. Pero looks like LG will be having their timeout first. So right now, big shout outs to you guys. Don't forget that if you're watching our stream, make sure to like and share it, of course, guys, because you can actually hit that wall with AcadArena on TikTok. So make sure to follow at AcadArena. And if you are actually part of our 1,000 followers, you'll get the chance to win some of our weekly giveaways. So make sure to post or tweet with the hashtag #TikTok giveaway to make your entries count. So maybe you'll win some of our exclusive prizes here in AcadArena. So I'm really excited who's gonna be this winners. Especially our audience, it's quite active when it comes to giveaways.
Oh, you know it. That's what the Filipino audience is all about, Ray Ray. But this matchup, yeah, this is a tactical timer for LG Esports for good reason. Valiant Esports, they were already cleared out. Once, twice, Prophecy had to run on away all the way back to the elbow. And it was a good amount of utility usage there for LG Esports. But on the flip side, just a hold there from Kel, defeating the entries there of LG Esports, stopping them in their tracks. And from that point on, it was Valiant Esports with the advantage. You know, LG Esports is a roster that can outduel their opponents, that can set things up for their aggression to peak and win. But Valiant, they're proving they can play the LG Esports game. And right now, they also want to show us that they are a true contender to the crown. They've been in that position for so long already. But it feels like they have been overshadowed by other contemporary rosters and universities that may be more well-known. But the results speak for themselves, and the record doesn't lie. They're 2-0 right now. They've had pedigree praise in the last 2 seasons, and they want to get that perfect record over LG Esports in this scenario. Groovy now proving himself with a takedown onto 2. It's a disco inferno from Groovy, but Flex now showing him what the contemporary pieces are all about.
Down A.
Flex is for himself. Dupe with a classic kill as well. And now it's 2v2, but LG Esports, they're trying to retrieve the guns. They will be backing on away. Question is, though, as they go for the teleportation relocation, do they have the arsenal? HAU
Spike
burning
down,
Dupe
B.
down. And again, he is the stopgap. He is the toll gate bearer. He is the one in the way time after time. 1v2, all up to Mateo time here.
Mateo, is it gonna be Mateo time right now, as he needs to check out every angle since he doesn't have information yet as to
30
where these
seconds
guys
left.
are gonna be coming from. At least at one, doesn't not know where they will be. Pero ngayon, mukhang hindi siya ine-expect. But there's actually 2 guys speaking against you. Okay, Prophecy,
enemy
releasing the hero, Mateo. But then Mateo, it will be an advantage to his side as it goes. Clutch for Mateo, and that's what we said, and that's what Dax told us. It's Mateo time, and it actually worked. He jinxed it. But looking at that, he just played mind games maybe because they were thinking maybe paplant yung spike. Pero nga lang ngayon, nakita ni Prophecy eh. Pero nga lang, look at that hairline and also that spray coming in from Mateo. He did it. The man did it.
Demanded, just demolished the opposition, and instead of blowing smoke, he just blew heads away. Hell, a little too late on the peak as well, and that's the thing about LG Esports. You give them an inch, they will go a mile with it. Mateo time is the newest time of the month here, of the week, really, on AcadArena. And we are now gonna see Mateo yet again go for more. Now LG, they are a team that feeds off that energy, and if you see one clutch, everyone else will go for more. But on the flip side, seems like Holy Angel University, they want redemption and fast. It's now gonna be 2v2 yet again. What is up with duels versus duels here, Ray Ray? I expected a handful of a team every single time. Bakit nagiging 2v2 na lang palagi? yan dito sa matchup na to. But LG, they teleport yet again to B side. They love those movements to get back in position, and they have put the spike down pretty safely this time.
You know what? That's what you've told me. Redemption arc after redemption arcs that we do have here. But remember, Mateo is still alive
player
and kicking,
standing.
and he actually made those shots. But unfortunately, looks like it happened once again. And Valiant will still be getting that revenger story against LG Esports as they will be retaking that on a quick round against LG Esports. And di pa daw tapos. I'm sure right now, all of us, and maybe not all of us, maybe just some of the guys right now, are really confused and nervous as to what will be the outcome of this matchup between these two. And even I am not sure of how things will go for the both sides of their own favors. Pero all I can say is this is getting better as the rounds go by. Unless we'll be having a first overtime for today.
We'll see, you know. If they're Tokyo Revengers, these are the Angeles Revengers and Holy Angel University. How is the question they always put forward? But the answer is simple. How win? LG Window on the flip side trying to attain that victory. They still have that 1-round lead. It's a small one, sure, but a lead is a lead, and they have the bit of the advantage coming in to these next few rounds. Then again, though, Valve Esports hanging on back. Mateo infiltrating. Aldro, though, will say hello. And can he push? He still finds Blast anyway. Groovy, though, in the meantime, with the refrag. And it's just so unfortunate for Blast. Time after time, he is spotted there over on the right-hand side of A side. Groovy, though, on board against two Flex. In the meantime, catching out Groovy in response. But Ram right now, proving brute force is the method, is his pure strength. And he's now going to be able to get a takedown of his own. It's 3v2. LG relying on Rikes to cut the action in half. But then again, Valiant, they have that extra number. And as soon as this wall is down, Rikes needs to hit that shot, or else he will be very, very dead. KL right now, bringing in that Chaos Meteor, dropping it down to the ground. And Ram will prove himself to be superior. Make a wish, Holy Angel University fans, because we are all tied up. 11-11 is the scoreline.
11-11, make your wish come true, since we haven't made the final decision yet as to who is going to win this match. Pero what I am sure about is both of these teams, they have that full buy, pero nasa pressure lang din yung LG, because if they lose this, most likely it's just gonna be some half buys coming from them later on, and nasa map point na ang Valiant Esports if that's gonna be happening. Pero right now, they need to be careful, but they still want to set up their A side. They are still dueling this. They never stop going to A side this time around because they're quite confident that maybe this can be a chance for Flex na naman na makapag-entry din para sa kanyang teammates. Pero right now, they just took up some of their utilities, but still, they won't be bailing it yet as they need to be careful regarding those guys anchoring the site in itself. Pero they are just playing it slow kasi kapag playing it slow to ng LG Esports, mas sure sila, mas magiging accurate yung mga decisions nila kaysa sa pag nagiging all aggressive lang sila, kasi sila pa yung nagkakaroon ng malaking disadvantage as to comes to that. But right now, if Blast gets that good frag, then it might be harder for LG Esports actually. Pero speaking of, nag-set up na kagad ang kanilang Viper Press na ba yan? Nakakayot kagad. Di Mateo nag-cover, but unfortunately, nagsilabasan sa Ace and this one. There's no one waiting at him here in UOs. Pero speaking of, Lex already takes out the first frag, but just gets some trade coming from Kael himself. Pero kalang round will be coming from short, and Mateo nagkagulatan na nga sila. A 3v4 plus a good lockdown point. Speaking of, nilabas na nga nila
One enemy remaining.
Si Rex, bumagsak na nga yung together with DC, and he only outshoots himself. Pero nga lang lahat, nakatutok na sa kanya, and Holy Angel still gets this good retake. And finally, they're just down to 1 round before secure this win against Ateneo de Manila.
This is going to be a big victory here for Valiant Esports if they can attain it. 1 round away for perfection. I say it before, I say it again. Perfection, it is not given, it is attained, it is worked for. And for Valiant Esports, they have been working hard for it in this matchup. The scoreline doesn't lie, it's 12-11 in favor of Holy Angel University. We have gone the distance, we have gone to every single round of regulation, but it is Valiant Esports with that 3-round streak, with that late rally, and has taken the lead away from LG. Question is though, what else can LG do? They have bought the Spectres. They have Ultimates online with the Seekers. But besides that, Ray, they're gonna be outranged here. They have to avoid the Operator of
Scout
Prophecy,
destroyed.
because that is gonna be doom, destruction, and an easy call to the future of an HAU win if they walk into that one. They need to do the flush out that they did a while ago on that B side, but they're gonna do one better. They're gonna rotate over to B here. Problem is though, if there's one threat on A, there's another here on B. And his name is Kael, and the traps are ready.
Okay, this is so hard for LG's part.
I've
Sobrang
got your
laking
trail.
pressure to. Pero at least naglabas muna ng Seekers just to get some good information as to where they're positioning themselves. Pero sila right now, the showstopper and Flex is down to 11 HP. Wala na siyang choice actually. Pero they still need to commit when it comes to that. Pero kaliwat kanan nga lang. Pero now, it's out.
Spike down,
Except
B.
those kills. Pero
One
only just
enemy
have
remaining.
one guy left, and those crossfires is currently happening. And most likely, Holy Angel is telling everyone that we are gonna be that
30
big
seconds left.
contender here in the UACE Season 3. And they're just watching against a DP, and Prophecy takes
Defenders
that last
win.
frag. And we have Holy Angel winning this match against ADMU with a
Holy Angel
13-11.
University with a wonderful victory there. 30-11 stays 3-0. Miracles can happen, and they are the Saints that can achieve it. HAU, stay strong, stay proud, and stay on top of the group, dropping LG down to the ground. What a win for Valent Esports, and what a commanding presence in that last round, though. Not only Kale's presence there on B side being essential with the traps that we mentioned, but Blast, he stayed alive. He was not seen this time by Mateo. He got the pickups that he needed, and with that being said, it was just Valiant's control back to back. They manhandled LG in those last two rounds, and Valiant Esports, they have achieved perfection here. What a victory, and against all prediction odds, it really proves to us how strong HAU can be. This is a force in the regular season. They're trying to show that they'll be a force even more so into the playoffs, and this is the best foundation they can build off here, Ray.
I'm so impressed sa HAU. I didn't expect this actually for this big matchup talaga to actually go with the 13-11. I was thinking of an overtime. But still, that ender itself is quite big. But the last 5 rounds were so draining for both of the teams, as it's very crucial to how they will stabilize their economy, plus how will they go for those retakes and pushes. Pero sa tingin ko, medyo nahirapan na sila with how these guys are just waiting for them to come at A side, because Prophecy together with Groovy are really confident into having those good anchors, plus the frags that they've been getting, plus the crossfires all over. It has been done perfectly by HAU, and sobrang nahihirapan na mag-decide ang ADMU if how will they decide to go into a site, how will they commit, even if there's just some good chances for them to take it. It's still HAU perfectly and actually just dominating all over and getting this and finishing with the flawless 13-11. So congratulations coming in from HAU. Looks like someone didn't get her predictions right, and it's Ray Ray herself.
Don't worry about it. We can't tell the future, but I guess Prophecy can, knowing his name. The thing is, though, the question was how, and the answer is how. HAU stayed 3-0, and what a game that was, ladies and gentlemen. We still got more to come, though, but before that, the University Alliance Cup wouldn't be a thing without our amazing sponsors and partners. UAC 2021 is powered by Globe Telecom, our official telco sponsor, ASUS Republic Gamers, our official gaming PC and laptop partner, Logitech G, our official gaming gear partner, Riot Games, our published partner, and Twitch Student, our platform partner as well. So thank you to everyone who's been tuning in so far. Thank you to all our partners, and that's 2 down, 4 to go. Dax here and Rating signing off for just a little bit. I'm gonna get subbed out here by Mr. Viminal, and when we return, it's gonna be the 3rd match of the day. We got more to come here in Division A.
Manong Fishball ang tawag sa kanya. Everyday siya kung dumating. Kaya parang institusyon na siya dito sa area namin. Minsan, sobrang late na. Andun pa rin si Manong Fishball.
Ginagabi kayo, Manong!
Enrollment eh.
After some time, yung karito ni Manong Fishball nadagdagan ng may bike.
Hanggang kabilang kalye, nagtitinda na rin kayo, Manong?
Ang notebook.
Sunod na taon, pati menu nadagdagan.
Nax, may squid balls na!
Mahal kasi ang lapis. May kikya pa dyan.
Bilib na bilib ako kay Manong Fishball. Akalain mong yung maliit niyang kariton, napalaki niya ng ganon? Ang nagagawa nga naman ng pangarap ng isang magulang.
Manong, anong grade na ba yung anak nyo?
Tagal nang tapos sa mga bata. Ako naman ngayon.
Manong Fishball ang tawag sa kanya. Pero sa mga araw na yun, many years ago, higit pa sa fishballs ang binigay niya sa akin. He taught me na walang di natutupad na pangarap sa taong handang magsumikap.
Dami niya na.
Panghapunan!
Pantoga.
Atin ang pangarap. Atin ang pagsisikap. Atin ang mundo. Globe.